Black bodies have terms and conditions. Black bodies have terms and conditions. Black bodies have terms and conditions.
What is art? 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 What is art?
What is art?
Yeah, so a couple days ago, I'm in 34th Street at Herald Square and showing some art for, it's like the third time in, I feel like the last week and a half, 2 weeks. And, you know, I was being extra secure and like not to fuck up either my artwork or the wall where I was posting it. So I brought like, you know, for any artist, this is also a heads up. If you want to put up any paper pieces and don't want to damage them, they sell this putty from at any art store for real. You know what I'm saying? It comes in like little tabs, so you good. So yeah, man, I bought these strips. I put it on the back of my art. I put up maybe like 16 pieces, paper paintings and stuff on the wall. And you know, I had like paintings on both sides of the hallway. So I'm out there and I'm vending, I'm networking with people. I was out there for like 2.5 hours. And so after that time, I see 2 officers walking up, you feel me? Two like transit cops. And as soon as I see them, you know, me being the gentleman that I am and the businessman that I am, I grab my clipboard, and my clipboard has a sheet on it that says join my mailing list. You feel me? So as soon as they walked up, I'm like, hey, what's up, gentlemen? How y'all doing, man? Put the clipboard in their face. I was like, y'all want to sign my mailing list? He looked at me offended, like, you know what I'm saying? What we want to sign your mailing list for? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I got some art, man. I know y'all came over here to support the art, and I would love to have y'all come out to a show, you know, so y'all can support. And he was like, nah, we not here for that. So I'm like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? How can I help y'all? So he was like, yo, I'm coming to tell you that, you know, the artwork that you got on the wall right here, you know, you can't have it here. Speaking of these motherfuckers. Yo, my name is Will Porter, aka Canvas Killer, and I'm a visual artist, I'm an author, I'm a writer, I'm an MC, and I hail from Flint, Michigan. Double M's, the murder mitten for life. What is art? I'd say first and foremost the process, because there is actually something really soothing about just like the way paint feels, you know what I'm saying, when you're applying it. And it may have everything to do with me being a water sign. Anything that moves fluidly, I'm like, I don't know, it's mad serene for me. And then I really love colors. And so I very much believe in like color therapy. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of times, you know, you know what I'm saying, you live in like major shit like New York, you feel me? Like the people more so bring color to the city more so than the infrastructure does. So all these fucking buildings is gray, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not a lot of sunlight. So yeah, if I get to sit down and I just choose the colors I like and then put them together, like that bring me peace. I've been creating art, I've been painting, I've been drawing and sketching since I was 4. Cause I got an older brother who was very much into like painting like his favorite video game characters, cartoon characters and things like that. But it wasn't up until I would say like my mid-20s when I really understood that yes, everybody can pick up a paintbrush and paint, but not everybody can create art. There's like a vast difference between the two, in my opinion. And so, you know, with creating art, you feel me, in my opinion, is creating something, and then painting is recreating. You know what I'm saying? Like if I am putting my own original ideas, or I see a blank space in the world where I'm like, hey, like there's nothing tangible in this area, but I have, you know, intangible thoughts about it where I feel like I can like inject my thoughts or something that I create into this space. And so like that's what I mean by creating art. So I would say I started my craft in my mid-20s. Black bodies got terms and conditions. Black bodies have terms and conditions. Black bodies have terms and conditions. He was like, the artwork, you know, that you got right here, you're not allowed to have it here. And so he told me that I was blocking the traffic, or that I was causing a traffic violation because it's a heavy populated area, and you know, it would just cause too much friction with the people trying to get by. And so I said, oh, okay, you feel me? He was like, yeah, so, you know, you gotta take your artwork down because, you know, it's a violation for you to have it here. And I said, I've never heard of that. I was like, you know, and the people who are walking past me, I said, they don't seem to have an issue getting by me. You know, it's maybe about like a 16 to 20 foot wide hallway. You feel me? My table literally takes up 2 feet of hallway. It protrudes 2 feet from the wall. I said, sorry, you know what I'm saying? Nobody has came up to me. There's been a lot of municipal workers, a lot of MTA workers coming through, and they orange and green jackets. Nobody has said anything, sir. And so he's like, nah, you know, what you're doing is considered graffiti. You know what I'm saying? And you're not allowed to have it on the walls. I said, sir, this is not graffiti. There's no spray paint. There's no live paint. None of this is wet. Everything's dry. Everything's secure. It's not going to damage the walls. It's not going to damage my art. Look, you just got to go. Feel me? You're not allowed to be here. And so I said, look, you might be right. I was like, I might be doing something illegal. But I said, at the same time, I'm ignorant to whatever law you're talking about. So, you know, you just doing your due diligence as a person of service. I said, can you please direct me to where this law is? Can you please direct me to these codes of conduct that I'm infringing on? And so he was like, he said, it's not my job to tell you the law. He said, you got Google, don't you? I said, matter of fact, I do. Feel me? I pulled my phone out, and as I'm like reaching for my phone, you know what I'm saying? He leaned over and he tell his partner, he was like, hey, turn your camera off. Feel me? So I'm like, oh, all right. You feel me? I said, I'm gonna turn mine on. I turned my phone on, you know what I'm saying? Proceeded to make a quick little video where I'm essentially I'm kicking back the same rhetoric that they saying to me, telling me that I'm infringing upon some traffic violation because of the high population area or the high traffic area where I was. And simply all I was asking them, I said, bro, just tell me what law it is that I'm breaking, because this is my livelihood. This is how I make my money. Myself and a bunch of other artists that I know, we come out here and we've never had an issue, you understand? And I definitely want to be able to know for myself, for my own records, and then for the people, you know what I'm saying, who may need any counsel as to what can be done and what can't be done. As far as it comes to vending, I want to be able to have the information for them. And so I was like, yeah, can you please show me where this info is? And so, you know, he gets smart with me for a little bit more, and I keep telling him, like, look, I was like, you guys can't make me go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing it, I'm not breaking any laws. And I said, again, if I am, you gotta show me where this law is. And so he said, go to the MTA code of conduct. I said, all right, cool. So at this point, I'm typing it in my phone. He get back on his radio, you know what I'm saying, call some backup. These motherfuckers get to running through the hallway like it's a fire where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? They sprinting. So I'm sitting on my table still. His backup gets there, and you know, one of the police officers, he stepped to the side and kind of debriefed out with 3 people that just came. I'm still talking to the same guy I've been talking with the whole time. And so he's like, yeah, so what are you gonna do? I said, I'm not gonna do anything. I said, I'm gonna sit here. And so he was like, well, we're gonna have to take you. I said, you're not gonna put your hands on me, sir. I was like, you haven't let me know at all what laws I'm infringing on. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I just pulled up the MTA code of conduct. I said, go ahead and show me. You know what I'm saying? So I put my phone to him. He reached out like he was about to get it. You know what I'm saying? And gave his homie the cue, you know what I'm saying, head nod to go ahead and grab my arm and put cuffs on me. And yeah, yo, they put the cuffs on me. They packed up all my art. They did so in the most respectable way possible. You know what I'm saying? I can at least say that, because I strongly believe it was just off the strength of how I carry myself. What is art, yo? This art, watch this. At a time, I felt like digital trends as far as art goes was like cheating. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this doesn't really quantify as art. But then the more photographers that I began to meet and the more digital media people, whether it was like videography or what, you know what I'm saying, I realized that it's parallel, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there can be flat photos and there can be work that people approach digitally that doesn't have like a lot of life to it or direction. Though there are some people who can like make their images look painterly, or even if people who like Photoshop different stuff, like there's ways to blend those digital images to make it nice. So I'm accepting of digital art, you know, it's gotta be done right. All right. 13. If I could go back to 13, I'm trying to like envision where I was at 13. So I was fresh in VA. Well, I was in Virginia for 2 years outside of being in Flint, and I was still very quiet, and it was in my 13-year-old mind for good reason, because coming from a place like Flint, you know what I'm saying, I moved to a part of Virginia that had been called in that time, like in the newspapers, like the safest place in America, you know what I'm saying? So like to leave Flint and then go to like this bubblegum ass like alternate reality, it was like culture shock. You know, so for a couple years I was real quiet. I didn't want to talk white, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to like engage with nobody. So yeah, I would say I would tell my 13-year-old self to be more open, you know what I'm saying, to just other people. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't validated in any way to touch me or my art. You know what I'm saying? But at the very least, they wasn't flagrant with, you know what I'm saying, taking my art down. They took it down. And the 4 or 5 of them each carried something to their car, right? So I'm being a little facetious, I ain't gonna fake. I'm like, yo, thank y'all gentlemen for this, you feel me? Thank y'all so much for handling my art with so much care. So they take me outside, feel me, put me in a cop car, and you know, drive me up the block to the Canal Street Transit office or what have you. So we go in there, you feel me? I'm literally, no exaggeration, if I had to estimate, I'd say it was between 40 to 50 minutes. I'm standing there, still hands behind my back, I'm still cuffed, because these fools couldn't figure out which key they needed to get me out my cuffs, right? So I'm standing there, and because I'm still so cool, calm, and collected, I haven't called nobody out of their name. I ain't called, you know what I'm saying, I ain't disrespect nobody, I ain't raised my voice. And I'm still here already in the position that I'm in, unlawfully. So they're getting real flustered, because now they look real incompetent, you know what I'm saying, just doing something as simple as releasing me from cuffs. So like I said, 40, 50 minutes go by. They try, no exaggeration, anywhere from like 8 to 10 different keys. They take some keys out, oh, that one don't work, you feel me? They had to shave a few keys down. They finally got one to work after they shaved it down, got the right cuff off of me, you know what I'm saying? After they get that off, I still keep my hands in the same position, I ain't move. I ain't want to give them no reason to do nothing. They loosened one cuff, I kept both my hands in the same spot. They're still trying to get the next one, you feel me? So they end up breaking the key off into the cuff that's on my left wrist. So after they break it off, he's like, yo, we're gonna have to cut it, right? So they sit me down, they pull the trash can up, and they take my sleeve. I had a long sleeve shirt as well this day. So they take my sleeve, they pull it underneath the cuff, you feel me, so that when they start cutting, that my skin wouldn't be right underneath the cuff to have direct contact with the blade. So they pull the sleeve underneath this cuff, and then they use a tongue depressor, the sticks, feel me, they put that underneath the cuff as well, just to create like an extra block. And then bro get to cutting, right? So he cutting, and this fool is using one hand. And if anybody knows, I know every one of y'all that been to the barber shop, anytime you handling any machinery that has any type of electrical motor in it, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna create some vibration. And if you're not holding anything steady, you know what I'm saying, you just moving out the strength of one hand, that recoil is gonna fuck with you whenever it is that you don't have no resistance. You know what I'm saying? So he cutting through the cuff, and he get close to the finish. I see his hand, you know what I'm saying, wiggling and shit. I said, hey, my man, I said, be very careful when you get to the last part, and you might want to have somebody come and hold my other arm. You know what I'm saying? And you hold my arm as well. I said, that's gonna recoil. That's gonna bounce when you get it through this cuff, because there's no more resistance. I said, pay attention to my wrist, bro. Don't be careless. He was like, oh yeah, you right, okay. You know what I'm saying? So he cutting through it. He got maybe like this much left. He asked me, he was like, yo, is it getting hot? And initially I'm like, no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Within the next 10 seconds, he's still going, that shit started blazing. You feel me? So it get hot, I'm like, hey bro, stop it. You feel me? This shit getting hot. It's getting hella hot. Shit is singeing my shirt. You know what I'm saying? So he keep cutting or whatever. After probably like 20 seconds went by, he grabbed a bottle of water, poured some water on the cuff to cool it off, went right back at it. Yeah. So like I say, there was a whole stick of wood and a t-shirt over top of the skin. And this is still with a blade cut through my wrist. You know what I'm saying? Just with the heat alone. And then on the other side, where the cuff was on my wrist directly, it created a big boil. You know what I'm saying? So they finally got it off, maybe like 20 seconds later. Proceeded to, drop the cuffs in the trash can. And, put me in a little small holding cell they got down there. And so, yeah, I sat in there for about an hour or so. They kept coming to the cell asking what my name was, because I hadn't identified myself. They kept asking for my ID, which I had, but I didn't know I had it because I don't carry it all the time. I'm traveling, I'm a human, you know what I'm saying? If I don't need to talk to you, you don't need to know who I am. So they kept asking me what my name was. I didn't tell them. And yeah, I sat in there and chilled, man. An hour later they came, opened the door, you feel me, and attempted to keep giving me these tickets that they drew up, which were all 3 bogus charges, things that didn't happen. One was disorderly conduct or resisting. One was graffiti, which entails, as any artist knows, it entails spray paint, or it entails wet paint being applied to deface property. Nothing that I put up on the walls was permanent. Everything could be removed safely without harming anything. So that was another bogus one. And the third one, I can't even remember. But anyway, he kept attempting to give me these 3 tickets and tell me when my court date was, so I continued to ignore them because I still wasn't there under any justifiable means. So I was gonna continue to move how I had been. So, I pack up all my stuff, put my hat back on, put my shoelaces back in my boots. And, I pick up my stuff. My hands is full, so they had to open the doors for me. And, they open the doors for me. I walk out the doors. They like, yo, hold up. You got to wait for the sergeant to, come and ask you some questions, or ask them questions, rather. So a couple minutes passed. She came back to the front desk, spoke her piece to them, too. I was like, all right, he good to go. So I'm all right. I pick my stuff up. I'm walking out. Bro still trying to hand me the tickets. I'm looking through him. I walk through the door. He huff and puff. He just slide them in my jacket pocket. You know what I'm saying? And I'll leave. And yeah, man, definitely, since I've been out of New York, my third encounter with them. You know what I'm saying? And real talk, that's their 3rd strike. And I don't, that's what art is to me. I'm gonna say that. That's what art is to me, bro. That's their 3rd strike. I'm gonna say that. It's terms and conditions to black bodies. Whether or not they know that is their problem. But it's terms and conditions to my body. It's terms and conditions to respect when it comes to me. And so when people breach that,